Hi YouTube, I'm Ayman, and welcome to one of my cooking videos. In this video, we'll be cooking chicken with soy sauce and herbs, a la Malaysian style, or in this case, my dad's recipe. Alright, without further ado, let's get to the ingredients. So first, the main is chicken, then we have turmeric powder, we have potatoes, your salt, definitely. Then you have your things that you're going to saute, your cinnamon, you have your anise seed, you have your cloves, and you have your cardamom. Next, you have your onions, garlic, and ginger. Then you have chili powder, cumin, fennel, and black pepper. You also have your curry paste. Then you have your soy and oyster sauce. We'll put how much of each you need down in the description below. And finally, you have these as an option for garnish at the end. So let's get started. Oh, we also have lemongrass too. So first, we're going to take the chicken, put it into a bowl. We're going to mix it with turmeric and salt. 1 tablespoon of turmeric and 1 teaspoon of salt. The reason we're using so little salt is because the oyster and soy sauce are actually very salty, and we don't want to overbalance the salt. And we can always add salt later, anyways. So put your turmeric in, put your salt in, and just mix it. Just get it everywhere. And then after this, we're going to fry it and half cook it. Get the turmeric everywhere. Mix it around. Don't be afraid to get dirty. Alright, now moving to the burner. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to open the gasoline using propane. Then we're going to turn it on. Alright. We also have this new Chinese wok, right, that we've already seasoned. It's new because we want our mom to have her own cooking so that she can cook for herself. But we're still going to share our food with her, just a disclaimer. Right. We're going to fill it with about an inch of oil, so that we can fry all the chicken. Then we should wait for it to get hot. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so the oil level looks a bit high, and it probably is. It's alright though, because we want to cook the chicken in one go. And plus, oil is reusable after every cooking session, so it's alright. So, while we're waiting for this to heat up, we can turn our attention to other things like cooking the potatoes. However, I should mention that it's probably time management is important here, because while you're cooking the potatoes are going to be the last thing that you're going to add to your cooking. But you're going to fry them first before you do. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to heat up, we're going to blend our onions, garlic, and ginger. Because Zami doesn't really like the pulpy stuff in his food. He doesn't like the small bits. So make sure that you squeeze it very tightly when you put it back on. You might also want to put some water in order to ease it a bit. So that it doesn't pop off and food goes everywhere. Alright, so obviously I didn't add enough water, so I added a bit more water. The guideline for my dad is about half of the level of the food should be water. Alright, so now that it's blended, we can put it in a bowl. It's almost overfilling it. Alright, so you can make these powders into a paste if you want. As for the spices like the cardamom and cinnamon, you should put them in warm water in order to let them expand. And if people don't like small pieces in their food, then they can just take them out. Alright, so now I'm going to use some water to check if it's hot. And as you can see, it's bubbling, which means you can put the chicken in. Alright, because this oil is hot and dangerous, you want to put the chicken one at a time so that it reduces the risk of splashing. So you want to use tongs. If I was inside, I would probably be wearing oven mitts. Right, 2 more pieces. Right, they're all gone. Alright, so while that is cooking, we're gonna turn the heat to medium. And then we're gonna put the oil in. When the oil gets hot, we're gonna put in the lemongrass. Don't put all of it though. Keep the bottom for later use. And then when that gets hot, we're gonna add the these spices like cardamom and anise seeds. But when you do, you want to screen it first to get rid of the water. So we're gonna do that right before I put it in. Alright, so it looks like the oil in the wok is hot. So now we're gonna put in the lemongrass and set it to low. Then we're gonna screen this. And then put it right after. It's bubbling up. Alright, so now we can put in the blended mix. Mix it in and then wait for a few minutes. Alright, so while this is sitting on low, we're going to turn our attention to the chicken. We're going to flip it so that all of it gets cooked. And right here is, I'm showing you how to manage your time properly when you're cooking. My dad called it time management. It's a very useful skill in life, especially. Alright, so one advantage to blending the onions and stuff is not only because it's not pulpy anymore, it's because it also makes it a bit thick because the onions make it a bit gravy-like. Also, look how big the cardamom is compared to old cardamom. And the anise seed. Alright, so now is the time to add the paste. And then after we add the paste, we're going to set the chicken to low. And then transfer it over. Oh, this is really sticky. Alright, so once we put that in, we can use some water to clean off the sides. And then, the thing is, if you mix the spices with hot water, it partially cooks them, so that when you put them into saute, you don't have to saute them too long, so because that makes sure that you won't, like, overcook the other stuff that you put in there. Alright, so after we put in these, paste, I'm gonna put in the soy sauce. And soy sauce is very viscous. Alright, and then after you put the soy sauce, you want to turn your chicken to low and transfer it over. First you want to mix the soy sauce. Alright, so I talked about mixing the water with the spices that you put in. So this is so that you reduce waste. So first you want to mix that all in. And then to reduce waste, you take this water mixture and you put it back in. And that reduces some of the waste and just takes a bit out of cleaning time. Stir it a bit, and then once you're done stirring, you want to transfer the chicken over. So because we're doing this on a 3 burner, we're going to rotate this and bring this a bit closer. You want to set this to low. Alright, so now is the time to transfer the chicken. Make sure you do it really close. And a thing I should say is that you want to use just less oil for cooking this, because you don't really strain the chicken. So you just like shake it a bit. Don't want it too oily. Ooh, you can see chicken fragments in there. Alright, so the reason that you transfer it immediately is because when chicken cools, it contracts, and then when it contracts, it absorbs flavor. So if you strain it, then it becomes cool, and if you strain it while it's in the air, it's not going to absorb any flavor. So if you just transfer it immediately and you put it in here, it absorbs all the flavor. You want to get all that flavor in the chicken. Alright, so now you want to stir it around just to get it covered. And then minutes later, you can add the chicken to the oil. Alright, so now you see the oil is hot in the chicken wok. Now it's not the chicken wok, it's the potato wok. We're going to add the potatoes now. And this is really efficient because it's time management, as I said before. Take chicken to the wok and then put the potatoes into this wok. Alright, so it looks like the potatoes are a nice color. Looks brown because of the chicken oil. I'll take a different one. And now we're going to strain it. So I'll take this, and we want to take a paper towel. We want to put it over a strainer. We don't want to put our potatoes in there. I mean, we could just transfer it now, but we don't want too much oil in it. You should also keep out, I think there's a mop, a very giant one. So, keep on the lookout for that. Alright, so the last few, these are the hardest ones to get out usually. Oh, what? Alright, and the last ones. Now we just let them strain so that we don't get too much oil. And we're gonna turn this off. Alright, so I'm gonna take a final taste test. Just to... So, my dad actually did a taste test before. Got some salt. It looks like that salt was well deserved. It tastes very good. So now we can add the potatoes and mix them together. Then after a minute of them mixing, we're gonna add the garnish, as you can see right here. So right now I'm just mixing it. So after a minute of letting this sit, this garnish, I guess the onions, the peppers, the even more peppers will be added. Because I remember I said in the last video that my dad doesn't really like onions to be very cooked. Also, we also have the lime and, I mean, you could use tamarind juice, but we had a lot of lime, so we really need to use them. Alright, so it's been around a minute. Now we can add the garnish and the cilantro. And then after about 2 minutes, alright, I mean that we don't add the cilantro right now. It's after we turn off the burner. So what you want to do is we want to wait 2 minutes, and then we can turn off the burner. Then we can add the lime and the cilantro. Alright, so now the waiting game. Alright, so I just turned the burner off, and it looks like we can squeeze the lime. You can squeeze as many limes as you want to get it sour. And then after you squeeze your lime, you want to sprinkle some cilantro. The garnish looks nice, especially with the red and the green. Right, so if you want to cook this recipe, you definitely want to use this ABC medium sweet soy sauce. It's important I use medium sweet. It's made in Indonesia, and we call it kicap. I usually don't like cooking with kicap. Actually, you don't really eat with kicap that much, but this really is a nice change of pace. Alright, so adding herbs really gives it a nice appearance, also gives it a nice smell. Nice fragrance. Alright, so if you want to add water or gravy, it's all up to you. My mom and dad usually like to eat it dry. However, Azami usually likes to eat it with gravy or sauce, and I do too. So you can always cook something else like gravy or sauce to go with it. Alright, this was chicken with soy sauce and herbs a la my dad's Malaysian style. Alright, I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, rate, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the cooking videos. And right now I'm going to get my brother Azami to taste it. So, let's go. Alright, so we have Azami on the show. Thanks for being here, Azami.
Thanks for having me.
Alright, so taste test the chicken with soy sauce and herbs a la my dad. Alright, so I lied about Azami being picky. A lot of my family members are picky. Anissa doesn't really like chicken. Fikri's picky, and Muriel's picky as well. But Azami's here, so I might as well pick on him. I don't want to seem mean, but you know, if he's not here, I won't pick on him. So how was it?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Alright, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Alright, see you. Alright, Chef Aiman signing out and, oh no, cleaning. Peace.